Well, as you can see, we have arrived. We're in the Gold Coast in Australia. It's time for the Commonwealth Games 2018. Chris Cave and I are here supporting the Isle of Man team, and what a place to do it, Chris.
It's beautiful. I think you can see behind us just how amazing it is. Like, the sun is, it's searing. So how the athletes are going to compete in this, it's going to be difficult for them. But what a location for a multi-sport, multinational event such as the Commonwealth Games.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I can't wait for the action to start. I'm a big sports fan myself. It's great being here. The vibe is fantastic. Seeing all the various media companies setting up, being at the media centre, seeing people a lot on a much larger scale than we are, how they do things is very interesting. But for me, it's all about the sport, and I think it is for everybody at home as well. Seeing the athletes who are born and raised and have come through the development systems in the Isle of Man take to the biggest platform possible for them, it's going to be spectacular.
It really is. We are so lucky to be here, honestly. This is the best part of our job. But unfortunately for Chris, we have been travelling for 33 hours from the Isle of Man, and Chris was kind of taking the mickey out of me. For anyone that knows me, I like to have my things with me, and saying, you know, wouldn't it be funny if your suitcase didn't turn up, Joe? We got to the baggage carousel, and whose suitcase didn't turn up?
That would be mine, hence why I'm dressed like I am.
Just like an Australian tourist.
The biggest Australian tourist there is. I had to assemble this outfit this morning actually from a local souvenir shop. Not ideal, but I've been told my bag will be arriving soon.
Fingers crossed, otherwise he's going to be wearing my clothing, aren't you?
But let's talk about this. What's this you've got here?
Well, I've bought some badges, because a big tradition over at games, wherever you go around the world, is you swap pin badges with other teams. So I bought some pin badges and also some flags. But I found this. Now, this is going to be our team mascot, okay? So we need to try and get this in wherever we can. But what we are here to do is to bring you all the action, and also from behind the scenes, and we're going to be bringing you exclusive footage with the athletes, interviews, and also with locals too. We want to paint a picture for you and tell you what's happening, show you what's happening here on the Gold Coast for the Commonwealth Games 2018.
And I'll be much better dressed.
Day one at the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast in Australia. To be media accredited, there is a media centre where all presenters and anyone working within the media has to come to. And you may not have seen this before, but it's fascinating to come to the media centre and see the media from all over the world. And we've just been with the BBC, we've been accredited, we're now ready to roll. Chris has got his clothes, and he's bought some, let's say. His luggage is on the way, we hope. But we are now standing in the media room with all media representatives from all over the world. After just arriving in Australia today, I thought the best person to come and have a chat with is the President of the Commonwealth Games Association for the Isle of Man, Mr. Basil Bielich. It's fantastic to be here, Basil. Just want to catch up with you and find out, obviously, what you've been getting up to the last few days. You arrived on Thursday last week, and also obviously about the athletes. But first of all, let's start with you, and obviously as President, what formalities have you been doing?
We arrived here last Thursday. Obviously, we wanted to come see the team that's been here for the last 2 weeks. They've acclimatized well. They settled into the village, which is fantastic. The accommodation is really good. The people that I've spoken, it's obviously my first game, but the people that I've spoken to have said that this is the best village that they've been in.
And you, as I say, have had some formalities to do as well. You've been to an assembly?
The General Assembly was yesterday, which is where all the nations, all 71 nations, got together. It's all the presidents and the secretary generals get together. They go through all the formalities, what's happening in the Commonwealth Games, how things are going. And then the most exciting part of the day was where the ex-president Juliet Holt got awarded the Order of Merit, which is a really prestigious award for services to the Commonwealth Games. And for a small nation, it was wonderful to see her up on the stage. And she's really well liked by all the nations, all the delegates.
An honour for you to see, no doubt.
Yeah.
What did you learn from the Assembly and meeting all the delegates?
I think what I learned, the most important thing was that the Isle of Man plays a vital role in the Commonwealth Games. You know, we are a small nation, but we've just got the same power and voting power as all the big nations. So our voice is just as important as all the other countries.
So let's talk about the atmosphere in camp. You've just touched on it slightly with the athletes and the villages, and the swimmers I know have had the pool to themselves to do their training, but now everyone else is coming in. They're a little bit miffed because they haven't got a pool to themselves anymore, and open pool as well. So backstroke might be slightly different to doing it in the NSC.
There are some teams that have got virtual blackout goggles for the backstrokers so the sun doesn't affect them.
So just talk us through how the atmosphere is.
Generally speaking, I've been walking around the village speaking to the athletes. They are quietly confident. I think they know they're well prepared. And
I can't finish the interview without congratulating, of course, Joe Reid, while he's been out here, has actually achieved a new Manx record as well.
That's right, that was fantastic. You know, speaking to him and to Steve Partington, they're really excited about it. So we're looking forward to it.
Confident, but fingers crossed that everything goes according to plan, of course, as well.
Thanks,
Basil. We'll catch up with you again, obviously, through the Games.